Thanks for tuning into this Course of Life vlog. Be sure to like and subscribe. We're doing a little sightseeing day here, waking up in Wexford Town with a beautiful view of the harbor, heading downstairs for breakfast, some interesting stuff in the vending machine, but nonetheless, time to hit the road for the most cows I've ever seen in my life in one place. And that led us to our first stop of the day. All right, first stop of the day is the Dunbrody Famine Ship. We're going to get a real-life look at what it was like to experience the Irish potato famine and immigrating to America. This was no cruise by any means. Here's a copy of a replica ticket of getting on the ship back in the 1800s. We got to board the replica and head downstairs into what we know as the economy, the coach class life here. It was 23 and a half hours downstairs.
This is what we must live. Oh.
And character actors brought it to life, what it was like just being down there. A daily struggle as they made it across the Atlantic in search of a better life in America. Definitely a humbling experience and gave you a lot of perspective as to exactly what they went through on the ship. After we randomly saw the former president of our University of Quinnipiac, we did a little drive down the road to what would be our second sightseeing stop of the day. A very unique structure that had been in place for 800 years. All right, our next stop on the sightseeing tour is the Hook Lighthouse. This is referred to as the granddaddy of all lighthouses, built with medieval architecture hundreds of years ago. Let's check it out. But before we did that, you have to take a walk to the cliffside and get that first view of the sea. Unbelievably serene. Could take this in for days, but alas, it was time to do the climb up the steps of the lighthouse. All 117 of them, as we learned about the history of the building and how it came to be. The view from the top was stunning, as you can see, the full panorama here. An unbelievable sight to such a historic building in the southeastern tip of Ireland. This was a solid 7.3 fish and chip plate, nothing to sneeze at, and then we ran into some peacocks. Last stop on our sightseeing tour is to the Johnston Castle, a very historic property with over 800 years of history. Can't wait to see this ancient building and come to life. Peacocks were definitely one with the castle property, and then it was on to the tour. Tons of history inside and out in this building. Not a lot of video content. They preferred photos when you're in there visiting, just to give you a few snapshots. Stunning architecture in every room. Stories behind family members who lived in this castle for centuries to come. We made our way out by the servants' quarters, the private passageway, onto a beautiful pond and vista, and just a beautiful shot of the castle itself. That was our final stop on the sightseeing tour for day 4 in Ireland. I made my way through Wexford Town before we headed off to dinner and enjoyed some of the local streets and eats. It was a fantastic appetizer plate followed by mussels thermidor, and most importantly, the night ended with me finally getting my golf clubs and luggage. Thanks again for tuning in. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this Course of Life content. Much more from Ireland to come.